everyone. Today we're going to do some troubleshooting for when you want your wire to look like this, but it ends up looking like this. First of all, don't panic. With some minor adjustments to your weaving technique, we can fix this and get you back on track, making your weave look less like a train wreck. So first off, we want to take a look at this and figure out exactly what went wrong. And there's a few things on this one. So first of all, I'm noticing that all of the wires, you can see a lot of gaps between them, which would tell me that the person was not squeezing and compressing their weave as they went along. They just kind of kept going and going and going, so it looks really spaced out, and there's no discernible pattern here. The other thing is that the wires have gotten crisscrossed in some places, so that'll leave everything looking very bumpy, and the wires then, if they're crossed, will not line up side by side. So those are the two things I saw here. So someone whose wire looks like this, you might have some trouble actually seeing the wire. You know, wire is small and tiny, and in the past I've noticed that if people don't wear their glasses or they just have trouble seeing it, their weaves end up looking like this because they can't see where their weave is overlapping. So one, make sure if you wear glasses, you have your glasses on. Number two, make sure you're in a well-lit area. And then number three, I don't have it with me, but I have just a little magnifying glass. So if at times you need to check, you can check your weave, make sure everything is moving along smoothly. And then also, as you get more familiar and practice wire weaving more, you'll be able to do a lot of this based off of feel. You don't actually have to be able to see the wires all the time. You'll just be able, if you're doing the dexterity work of this, you'll be able to tell more easily if your wires are overlapping or not overlapping. That would probably be happening for someone to get this kind of messy looking wire. You see, I'm not treating each individual coil with the attention that it deserves. I'm just kind of wrapping and wrapping, so it's already messy just in those first three ones. So let's squish all this over and focus on proper technique. So one of the things we want to do is make sure that each individual coil is squished in. So use your thumb, push that coil all the way in before beginning your next one. So you don't want to leave a space here. Make sure it's pushed all the way in side by side. You should be able to push until it stops. And then going around, making sure that we're not going to overlap. If you overlap, sorry, my lighting, undo it, line it up side by side. And then after every 3 or so many coils, depending on what weave you're doing, you'll want to squish and compress. So now we're getting that those coils lined up side by side. So let's do another one. Here, go between. When you're going between the wires, you pretty much have to squish after every single coil to make sure it's pushed all the way over. 2, 3, and then even compress. So you're always squishing after every rotation. 1, 2, 3, they're spaced out, but I'm going to go in and squish. And so that will take away spaces between your wire and prevent the overlapping of the wires. So hope this helps, and if you have any problems, just send me a message. You can even take a picture of your weave and I'll help you figure out what's going wrong and what ways that you can improve. Thanks so much.